Hello everybody. So there's been a few changes to the lawnmower, very minor changes, but there have been some changes. So as you could see a little while last video, excuse me, I was having a really hard time getting into forward. You could see that in the last video when I was in the creek. Oh, it's actually a lake, but I kind of helped that. I extended this ball down here. As you can see, it's extended. At first I extended it too long, then I had to shorten it back up, but I did that, and it still goes into gear a little hard. Right now we're probably in neutral. Yeah, there you go. It's rolling. And then if you take it and you roll it, and now we're in first gear, and then reverse always worked good. So that's the reason that was happening. And I also put the hood on, and I obviously cut the hole for the snorkel. It's not perfect, but it works good. This is my cover for when I leave it outside. Sorry for the traffic noise. Maybe you can hear me, maybe you can't, but it's for when I leave it outside so no water gets in there or rain or whatever. But yeah, snorkel's been doing good. Still runs fine. We did this little front bumper. This was in the last video, but I didn't really make a video on it because they're kind of, that and the mud flaps are kind of, they're not really long enough to make a video on. So we just welded them. That's my weld. That's my uncle's weld. And that's my weld too. And yeah, so we welded this thing on here. It's pretty much just a dolly handle. It's this little part right here. We just cut it off and put it on. I think it looks okay. It could stand to come up a little higher, but whatever. It's pretty kind of strong. It dented the John Deere. I just kind of pushed it and it dented it, as you can see right there. So yeah, it's pretty strong. The mud flaps, I don't really know if I did a video on these yet, but I don't believe so. Pretty much all you got to do is cut these parts out. I did it just kind of eyeballing it, like every 2 inches or so. You don't have to do these many. You could do like this one, and then this one, and then skip every other one. But you want to have one at the end, one at each ends, and at least one in the middle. Yeah, you might be able to see that. Yeah, no, but you have to bend these, right? You have to bend these in so that this will sit flat on here, and then you have to obviously bend these out and drill a bunch of holes. So that's what I did there, and the reason the shifter wouldn't work, if you guys were wondering, is because I did a lift on it. A 1-inch lift. You guys might be like, well, how the heck did you do that, since the if the belts, the pulleys aren't gonna line up. So I'll put you down and show you what I did there. Having a little trouble. Okay, so that's how I get it up on there every time. Sometimes it doesn't go first try. But so, if you see up there, I have a 6-inch pulley welded to the stock pulley. This is the Decamo drive. I know a lot of people flop these, but I didn't do that. The belt alignment is pretty great, honestly. I don't know how I got it perfect like that, but on these 6-speed shift on the go yard machines and a lot of the other ones, they have the double pulley setup, and all this stuff, all the clutches and even the belt is the same from the John Deere over there. So I might lift that one up and show you that there's nothing under there when it comes to belts. So the same clutch, as you can see, that works like that. This is the same spring that's on that came on this machine, but they had this double pulley system. The garage is a little messy, but had this right here. This double pulley system in there that was, so this was the top belt because it had the double belt. This was the top, one of these was the top belt and one of them was the bottom. And if you center this up, turn the light on. If you center this up right in here, and then you measure it, you can see that it's exactly 1 inch from the middle of this pulley to the middle of this pulley. Middle, right? Because, you know, eyeballing it. And so if you do a 1-inch lift kit on this, this is just 1 inch by 1 inch square stock. Right, you can see I have a bunch of it over there. We got that for free from pretty much a junk pile. There's the inner fender well. If you do that, it lines this front pulley up, motor pulley, with this rear pulley perfectly. I don't have any belt. Well, that one, now it's not supposed to be there, but I don't really have any belt guides, or whatever you want to call them, on there, but it works great. You can see me, if you can see me, flip John Deere over. So it might take a few tries, it's a lot heavier. Nope. I should have thought this out. Whoa. Okay. See, so there is, I'm still wanting to get that pulley off there, but there's nothing under here. Not even a pulley on the engine. But this thing runs, but the transmission, what I believe is blown on it. because it whines real bad. It whines really bad. What the heck is that? No, okay, so it whines really bad, and it has no power. I was trying to climb up that ditch over there, which is a very, it's not that steep, and I wasn't able to do it, versus my grandma's lawnmower did it great. Just got this new bike. The rim is over there. The tire is right there, because two popped. And this is another project bike. This is a Honda PC 800 Pacific Coast. It's gonna be going in that dune buggy, the engine at least. If you need any plastics and you live around the Florida area, I'm selling a lot of the plastics for this. So yeah, if you need plastics for one of them, call me and I got something. That little thing needs a stator. I have a stator up here. The Honda runs fine now. The pull start cord broke on it, and I think I have the handle up here, yeah. Surprisingly, it held up for as long as it did, but gotta unplug that, don't want that running all day. Yep, that's what I've been doing. Oh, I put this, I keep downsizing this pipe until it's gonna run underwater, which that's as small as I'm gonna go. It was that big. It was that big, and then I took it down to this neck size to hopefully make it run underwater. Then, because right when the exhaust goes under water, that is, it just dies out. So, okay, I don't have it, but pretty much this piece right here is like 1 inch, maybe. No, because this is 1 inch. So this is probably like 1.5 inch, 2 inch pipe. And from a bicycle like that, pretty much that size. And then I went down to 1 inch. Hopefully, haven't tested it out yet, but hopefully this will make it run underwater. And then we will go over the steering wheel deep. Trust me, we will. If I have to snorkel this 6 feet tall, in this 6 feet tall, we will go over the steering wheel on this. I'm gonna get a new camera. I'm gonna get a GoPro 6. And then we'll probably make some riding videos on this. I have a few of them up on my channel right now, and the snorkel video. If you want to see how I did that, you can look on my channel. Redneck Off-Road, or you can just tap on it under the video. So we're gonna make some videos on that, hopefully on this too, and we're gonna make a lot more videos on this. So stay tuned, and I'll see you when I water test the lawnmower or do something else. So have a good day. Goodbye. Okay, what these mud flaps, fenders, whatever, wide body kit, whatever you want to call them, but they're mud flaps. They're off the John Deere. They're these little foot pad thingies. As you can see by these two little holes for the clutch and the brake. You can also probably use, I don't know if my grandma has them, but they're like linos, rubber linos for the garden. Those work. I've seen people use those. Or you can probably use tires and just cut off the sidewall and flare those out and, you know, cut them that way, do it that way. But these work good. I like the way they kind of swoop in and make this cool little notch design. But it kind of sucks that these holes are in here, but it still throws a lot less mud than it ever did. So, yep. Just wanted to make that clear. Bye-bye.